So apparently, Rihanna has gotten the girls upset this week after her performance at the Super Bowl, which had record numbers. And legendary radio shock jock Howard Stern is slamming Rihanna for allegedly lip syncing at the Super Bowl halftime show, saying, I don't even know why she bothered showing up. And former Real Housewives of New York star Bethany Frankel also has a couple of words comparing Rihanna to when she saw Pink perform. So a lot of people, including us, have a lot to say about Rihanna this week. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Happy Valentine's Day, and sending love to anyone celebrating with your loved ones, your partner, or with yourself. I'm celebrating by making this video with you guys, but I got my roses. I'm good. Look, I'm good. So as you know, we were live earlier today for our Tuesday takeover talking a little bit about Rihanna and the ratings. So the ratings for the Super Bowl were tremendous this year. So according to the Hollywood Reporter, Fox's broadcast of the big game averaged 113.1 million viewers across all platforms. That's a slight 1% improvement over the Super Bowl from last year and a 6-year high for the game. Final Nielsen ratings put the on-air telecast at 112.17 million viewers, with Fox Deportes contributing 882,000 more. But what should be noted is that Rihanna's halftime performance garnered millions of additional views. They said viewing peaked with Rihanna's halftime performance, which averaged 118.7 million viewers and was the second most watched halftime show on record behind Katy Perry Left Park Spectacle of 2015. Remember, that was the time that she brought Missy Elliott out. Happy Black History Month. Legendary. That was, for me, was one of the best parts of that performance. So since then, a lot of you on social media and celebrities are having conversations about Rihanna's performance. She had a lot of praise from her fellow celebrities. But former Real Housewives of New York star Bethany Frankel, who seems to be chiming in a lot lately on pop culture situations like Meghan Markle, now with this Rihanna situation, Bethany had to say this.
So my take is a few things. One, I saw her years ago at the Barclays Center perform during the same month or the same time period that Pink performed. And I love Rihanna and I love her songs and I love her vibe and her fashion and her energy, but she was much less inspired than Pink, like as a performer. It wasn't even comparable. Pink was like just so incredibly passionate. And people are saying, well, Rihanna was pregnant, which does make a lot of sense. But Rihanna was also touching up her face with her makeup, and her whole entire makeup brand flew and paid for all these influencers to go to the Super Bowl, and they had their own Super Bowl. So it feels like part of her deal was probably to get all these influencers taken care of. The Super Bowl doesn't pay people, doesn't pay talent, and it costs a lot of money to do it. And Rihanna's big money maker in her life and career is Fenty. So she's touching herself up during the performance. She's bringing the influencers there. They're going to do hundreds of millions of dollars in sales as a result of that trip. So I think the Super Bowl overall was a win for Rihanna, whether her performance was amazing or not. She won the Super Bowl.
The only aspect of what Bethany said in that particular part was the business aspect. And the fact that Rihanna was also promoting her other billion-dollar businesses, I'm like, go ahead, Rihanna. Smart. Very, very smart. If anything, it's probably one of the smartest things that anyone that has done the halftime show has done. Take my billion-dollar business and make sure I'm making even more money from this opportunity and possibly giving opportunities to other people. If you follow me on TikTok, I mentioned that Shirley Ralph sang Lift Every Voice and Sing at the Super Bowl in the stadium for the very first time. It has been sung before for the Super Bowl, but this was the very first time that it was sung inside the stadium. You also may recall Cheryl Lee Ralph recently walked the runway of Savage Fenty. So in my mind, and some of you have said that she did say that Jay-Z and Beyonce and Rihanna wanted her to perform. I don't know. I haven't seen that video footage, but to me, it's very interesting that Rihanna, after all the celebration of Cheryl Lee Ralph recently, I wouldn't be shocked if Rihanna was like, I want her to sing that song this year. A fellow Caribbean woman, someone that she loves, that we all love. And speaking of lip syncing, Cheryl Lee Ralph told you guys, for those that were questioning her for lip syncing that song, she says, does it matter? It doesn't. She looked great. She sounded great. Whatever. But a lot of people are saying, well, isn't it common for people to lip sync at the Super Bowl? You would be shocked at the people that have lip synced at the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, we won't get into it right now because I don't want to cause all kind of uproars, but you would be shocked. Just because of the event, because the reason why certain people lip sync is not necessarily because they can't sing or their voice is not as great as it is on a record. Some people lip sync for these types of performances because they're dancing a lot or because they want to make sure that they sound amazing in this particular setting because it's a huge setting watched by hundreds of millions of people. Howard Stern is slamming Rihanna for possibly lip syncing. Let's get into what he said before I share my thoughts. So Howard Stern said this on his platform, which is Sirius XM at this point. He reportedly said this, I don't even know why she, speaking of Rihanna, bothered showing up. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, 85% of that performance was lip sync. The big giveaway might be when she puts the microphone down by her knees and her lips aren't moving and the other voices are going. He then went on to say, he says, I had a theory Rihanna was not lip syncing, but she put the microphone near her vagina, Howard Stern, so the new baby could sing. The baby was singing backup. He really thinks he's funny. That was not even funny. That wasn't even funny. Here's my thing. Obviously, there were a lot of pre-recorded background and additional vocals happening during Rihanna's performance. If you paid attention, though, there were quite a few moments where you literally could tell that she was singing live. As I said before, was she singing along with background vocals? Yes. But was there additional live vocals in there? Yes. Percentage-wise, I don't think 85% of it was lip sync. And even if it was, I wouldn't have been shocked, especially for this big major performance that you're about to have, and it's your big comeback, and you want it to be flawless from beginning to end. And you are, God only knows how many months pregnant. And for those pregnant singers out there, you can confirm in the comment section, when you're pregnant, that also affects your vocals. I've never been pregnant, but I can tell you, I know plenty of singers, and I am professionally trained. That affects your vocals. So I wouldn't be shocked if the reason why she had so much background and additional vocals for her live performance, first of all, to be flawless. Second of all, let's be honest, Rihanna has a very unique voice, but she's not one of the greatest voices or the biggest voices that we know. I grew up with the Whitney Houstons and the Mariah Careys and the people like that. That is not who Rihanna is. She is a pop star with a very unique tone that stands out the minute you hear it. And what I appreciated from her Super Bowl performance was that the way that they mixed all of that, and it reminded you also that, wow, Rihanna, although she's not a Beyonce, which we need to stop comparing because that's a whole other situation, but she has hits and she has a tone that has separated her from so many other sounds. And this is why she is as big as she is because of that specific tone. The minute you hear it, there are a lot of singers that are great, but if you hear them, you'll be like, who is that? So do I believe that she lip synced a little bit? Yes, I do. Is that uncommon? Howard Stern, of all people, who has been in this business a very long time, and I know he comes from a certain age where live performers performed completely live. However, he also has been in this business long enough to know that there are plenty of singers, even from his day, that lip sync. And there are reasons for the reasons why they lip sync. And it's not uncommon, especially at the Super Bowl, for artists to lip sync. What? Just let Rihanna be great, y'all. It's over and done with. Maybe this will be the last time that we talk about it, but I also wanted to talk about the ratings bonanza that was Rihanna. I'm sure she also saw huge success in her products. She saw plenty of climbs in her Spotify streams as well. According to our friends over at Pop Crave, streams of Rihanna's music spiked more than 640% on the US Spotify. Just Spotify. We're not talking about all the other streaming platforms. After her Super Bowl halftime show, Bitch Better Have My Money increased more than 2,600%. Diamonds increased more than 1,400%. Rude Boy increased more than 1,100%. We Found Love increased more than 1,100% as well. So regardless, Rihanna is still winning. And you guys are still not billionaires like she is. Guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. What do you believe? Do you believe that the mic was on? Do you believe that 85% of this was lip sync? Do you even care? Let's have that conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll ask you.